Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. I appreciate you taking our time to check out this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Greatly appreciated, so thank you in advance. So today's game, I'm going to talk to you about a game that I enjoyed so much, I end up burning up the AC adapter on my SNES. But before I tell you that story, let me tell you the game. It is The Secret of Mana for the SNES. Now in this game, you play a young bull by the name of Randy. I know it's kind of but it's spelled with an I, so it's not like, modern day Randy. But you play young Randy, and you and your friends are out doing stuff you got no business doing, being knuckleheads, and all of a sudden you discover the Sword of Mana. But that triggers all kind of events, and you have to go on this adventure. And the game is like a cross between like Final Fantasy and Legend of Zelda. That's always the way I kind of, vibe I got from this game. And I really liked it, because of the action adventure style battle system, but it's an RPG. The other thing that was really crazy was you can actually play this game co-op. So like you can once you start getting party members, the other person just takes control of the other party member. And you're literally going through this big adventure, multiple hours like a standard RPG, but it's action adventure game. So the other thing that's pretty cool about this game is if you don't have a person to play it with, the computer AI is actually not terrible. At least to me, when I played it, I felt like they were pretty decent. And that's something that unfortunately I'm not trained to expect. I see that as a bonus because a lot of the AI partners you get in games, especially when it's like an RPG elements where they got to make certain decisions, they tend to not work too well. So I always like that about this game. But yeah, so I'm playing this game. My friend let me borrow it, and like I'm into it. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it, and I'm playing it a lot. And I always heard as a kid, like you can burn up the game. Obviously we know AC adapter will get hot if you play it for a while, but I thought that was just like, up to a certain temperature. So I'm playing the game, and all of a sudden the game kind of stutters and like freezes, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? And that could be a number of different things when you're talking about, the SNES, right? Then I start kind of smelling this plastic burning smell, and I'm like, where's that coming from? It smells like it's kind of coming from where my AC adapter's plugged in. And I look over, and as I'm looking at it, I see the back of it start to melt off, and like I'm seeing circuit boards and wires and some spark-like items coming out from the socket. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is bad. And I plug it from the SNES, and now I'm not a kid that wanted to get in trouble for any reason. Even if I didn't think I was actually doing anything wrong, I just was like, nah, I ain't saying nothing. So of course I didn't tell anybody. I just kind of got a towel and tried to pull it out the socket, which sounds like an awful idea. But it was fine. And then I had to ask my dad to get me another AC adapter, which I didn't realize those things were not cheap. I think it was like $40, and this is like 96. So I always remember that game, partly because of how good it is, but also because it did cause me to have to get a whole new AC adapter. But yeah, it's a fantastic game. It is on the SNES mini collection, so if you ever get your hands on one of those, you'll automatically have this game on your list. But if not, I definitely invite you to try it, especially if you are a fan of, like I said, Legend of Zelda style games as far as the combat, and but an actual RPG. So you do level up, and it's dealing with stuff with mana. So we got crystals and everything involved, and summons and all the cool magic that comes with a Squaresoft game. So definitely give it a shot. They also made a remake. I think it's Legend of Mana, where it's HD upscaled, really cool graphics. I always prefer to play the SNES version, but that's some nostalgia more than anything. But I'll probably end up playing Legend of Mana since I've played this game, and now I kind of want to run through it again. But either way, if you've played this game, love to hear your thoughts. What was a good memory about this game, particular boss or character or scene. Nothing too spoiler heavy though, just in case. But look forward to reading that. So as always, I appreciate you checking out this video. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Peace.